Sun Tzu, in his famous book The Art of War, once said, "It is better to have 256 core thermal imaging than no thermal imaging." While I agree with that statement, thermal technology has improved a lot compared to what he was accustomed to. The year is now 2026, and there are lots of options at many different price points for thermal scopes. Today we'll be looking at an AGM Rattler V2 19 by 256. My goal for this video is to set realistic expectations for the buyer with the footage I took on and through the scope, so that you can see how it performs at various distances before spending your hard-earned money on it. For my attention span challenged viewers, the TLDR. The scope is good to go for 100 yards and in. Anything beyond that and you'll probably be disappointed. For everyone else, let's jump right into it. The Rattler is a scope marketed towards night hunters, so my criticisms will be from the perspective of one. This will not be a product review, however, as I've actually never technically used it for its intended purpose, and you'll see why in a bit. The MSRP straight from AGM's website is $945, although they can be frequently found for under $900. I purchased mine on eBay new for $700. Here's some footage of my favorite chicken. Her name is Red, although we're seeing her through the Rattler's different color palettes. She's at about 5 yards. All of the footage you'll see today is me using the Rattler as a handheld. The rest of my chickens running along the fence there are at about 20 yards. Notice the image stops for about 3 seconds, almost like it's in a freeze state. That's the thermal's way of refreshing its own image. That could be detrimental to the success of a hunter taking a shot on a running coyote or fox or whatever it may be. Some more expensive and higher end thermal scopes have shutterless technology now. The Mars MT1000 by One Leaf being one that comes to mind. Those first few clips were during daylight. The rest will be at night where the thermal scope works a little better. Here I'm standing outside looking into the shed where my chickens sleep. Distance is still about 20 yards. Now we're getting into the good stuff. That deer you see running is at about 80 to 100 yards. The one behind it is almost 200 yards. The two closer deer are easily identifiable. The one in the back, not so much. I sold my Rattler because I wanted a device that can perform well at distances of at least 300 yards and in. The 256 core in this Rattler falls short of that goal. In my opinion, the image is just not clear enough for me to be confident in taking a shot at an animal past 100 yards. To be fair to AGM, they don't market it as a long-range device. It literally says on the website for close range hunting. For me personally, I'd be more satisfied with a device with a wider range of effectiveness, even if it means significantly more cost. For the rest of the footage, I'll put up text stating the approximate distances, and I'll chime in at the end with my final thoughts. White phosphor PVS 14. Now I have that blem in the tube. The buck is right where the blem is, right above it. You could barely see him. And here's with the thermal. Rattler V2, 19 by 256. That is as clear as I can get them. See if he picks up his head. He actually kind of looks flat top now. Might be it though. Well, my point is, at this distance, it's definitely over 100 yards. I'm guessing probably 120. At this distance, you could barely make it out what it is. So who is it for? In what circumstances would it work well? Wherever it's legal in your state and country, I think it would be amazing at crossbow hunting deer during daylight, as ethical shots with a crossbow are often within 40 yards. It could be useful for raccoon hunters who use dogs to tree raccoons, as again, the shots will usually be pretty close. Ranchers scanning fields for critters, two-legged or otherwise, that should not be in their fields, hog hunters hunting over feeders, and target shooters just having fun shooting water bottles full of hot water or hand warmers taped to steel plates. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. I hope it helped you make a decision. I've recently acquired a different thermal scope that I have found to be useful and will actually be doing a review of it. Stay tuned for that and more night vision stuff. Subscribe if you'd be interested in seeing that, and comment below with any questions. Until next time.